Hi everyone, I am your German snob and I welcome you all back to, well, a new Let's Play. So, what I want to play for my next project, as I decided quite spontaneously, is a source mod named G-String. Well, as I said, it's a source mod that's built on pretty much the same skeleton as Half-Life 2, and I do think it plays a lot like it. However, it has a very different feeling and it may not be entirely clear why I find this game worth playing. It is what it is. It's a first-person shooter, as I said, built on pretty much the same mechanics as Half-Life 2. But there are a lot of very interesting aspects about it, is what I'm trying to say here. And I would like to show them to you. However, it's also very much an amateur project. As you can tell by the complete lack of voice acting right here. In the not too distant future, most of Southeast Asia is underwater. Oh my god, not most of Southeast Asia. Europe is very cold. Africa and South America have been brutally raped for natural resources. The global oil reserve has been depleted, and Internet 2 is highly censored. So as you can see, we have a cyberpunk setting on our hands. And as you can also see, I don't think English is the first language of the creator of this mod. The Middle East is a radioactive wasteland home to 2.2 billion corpses. The air is foul. Giant corporations recycle and distribute breathable air. The game is trying very hard to establish a cyberpunk atmosphere. Money is dead. Banks are burning. Everyone involved in finances is a target. Also in the background, stock photos. Singularity is very close. The Titanic nearly all submerged. What are you even trying to say? Many people are waking up, their DNA changing somehow. You, Mio Hiyori, from the Koreas, are one of them. From the Koreas? I don't think that's how you say that. I mean, even assuming this game is set in a world where Korea was reunited, you wouldn't say the Koreas, you would just say Korea. I mean, you also don't say the Germanys. But whatever. So, as I said, English is obviously not the first language of the creator of this mod. The creator of this mod, by the way, being a single young woman from, I do believe it's Hungary. But don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure. I know it's a young woman, but I don't really know where her country of origin is. So bear with me there. Also, loading times are long. Probably going to cut them out, should they be more frequent. So yeah, this game. This game is a fairly linear shooter that very much carries the mark of an amateur project. What makes it interesting is that it has a lot of moments of, well, if you allow me to put it like that, pure beauty. And I found those admirable in a very profound way. Somewhere in the North American Union. In Tokyo twice. Yeah, sure. We enter an old, decrepit apartment building, where we meet what is apparently our protagonist. We are not going to see a whole lot of her, because this is a first-person game, like Half-Life 2, and 1 for that matter. And here we are, in our apartment. And here we get the controls. It controls like Half-Life, quite surprisingly. Space jump, control crouch, shift sprint, control in space, jump higher, because, yeah, crouch jumping. Black Mesa had the two. E interact and R reload. We can select our weapons, however we don't have any. So, well, as I said, this game does an amazing job of creating atmosphere. And you're going to see that, well, at a lot of points in this game. I mean, this right here is pretty nice already. But there was a very specific point pretty early on where this game had me. Which was, as I said, just... I might be overselling it now, but which was just a moment of pure beauty to me. And, well, we are going to see that soon enough, I guess. It's been some time since I last played this. So as I said, video game G-String. What is our premise? We are a young, vaguely Asian girl who has developed sort of psychic powers and is therefore hunted down by the government or something like that. The story is not really this game's strong suit, not as far as I can tell. It's playing with a lot of cyberpunk cliches, that being those cyberpunk less in the Western William Gibson kind of sense, but with a very press forward and backward keys simultaneously to throw fireballs. Slow-mo, toggle with X key, telekinesis, use hands for more accuracy, right mouse button to pick up and drop, left mouse button to throw and punt. Pretty much like the gravity gun in actual Half-Life. However, we do need to unequip, I believe, our... What did it say? Throw, punt, right mouse button to pick up and drop. Well, actually using the right mouse button does do something. Great. However, it doesn't seem to work on these grades. So that kinda sucks. By the way, if my voice sounds a bit rough today, it's because I have a bit of a cold. As I usually have in early fall. So what do we have here? We have a bathroom here. The thing about level design in this game, it does make a very obvious attempt to be naturalistic. However, that makes it very counterintuitive as well. Was there something in there? Because I do think I remember something being in there. However, not too much of it. Hello. Howdy. What are you? I believe you are an hologram of some sort, or maybe a robot. Or maybe both. Though I think that would be rather silly. As you can see, there's a very clear film grain effect there to probably enhance the atmosphere. And I can enjoy that. I like film grain. It makes for a very neat visual effect. What just happened there? Who the hell knows? So another thing you probably need to know is that the storytelling in this game is very minimalistic. It's well, it's kinda... It has very little dialogue. It's more about running around exploring, though as I said, exploring, the level design is not very intuitive. There are a lot of moments where you don't really know where to go, and when you actually figure out, you're all like, what was I meant to do that? Really? But, well, you know, it certainly looks nice. In case you can't tell, yes, right now I am wondering where to go. I do remember having to do something here, and it's... Well, my thing is, I'm not quite sure where exactly I had to do that, and I do think it was upstairs. However, that is clearly where I came from, so what's the point of going back there? However, these stairs seem to lead somewhere else. And I think that might be where I want to go. What does it say? Max Swastikas. Well, that's my favorite fast food chain for sure. This game won't be allowed in Germany. I tell you what. Fuck the fat. See, Cyberpunk. What I was going to say there, it has a very Asian sort of cyberpunk feel, something closer to something along the lines of Ghost in the Shell or Akira than Blade Runner or Neuromancer. Well, look at that window there. I kinda doubt that I want to interact with it. It's kind of the thing about the level design in this game, as I said. It's... yeah?
Is that you? Don't come in. I don't want you to see me like this. I'm sick. Sick like your mother was before she died. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the smell. It's so embarrassing. You know that guy, Ross, who could float? Jason something. They took him this morning. I know you're next. Don't let it happen. Don't let them destroy him like they destroyed me and Mom. Bust out of here. Get out. I know you can. And give them hell. Give them hell if they mess with you. Do it for all the shit they've done to us. And all the others like you. And the whole fucking world. They turned it into a cesspool. Even the air ain't free no more. Look, Milo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made you feel bad all these years. But I was afraid of you. Not anymore. Which reminds me, I'm in tremendous pain here. And either way, I'm a goner. So maybe you could put your dad out of his misery if you won't. The cancer will. At least you can end this goddamn nightmare quicker. Burn me. Just make it fast. I know you can.
Yep, that's how our game starts, with a mercy killing. So, sure.
Please, Leo. I'm trying.
There you go. See, Cyberpunk, it's all dark and grim and hopeless. And in case you want subtitles to the... well, to the dialogue. Basically, there are none. And I remember having to smash the windows there, but it does seem like I was wrong, because those windows seem quite unsmashable. So I think where I actually want to go is maybe up there. Am I wrong? Yes, I am wrong. Let me think about that. My memories of this game are not really all that vivid. I did play it before, but as I said, the level design is not very... It's kind of obtuse is what I'm saying here, people. I do remember it having to do with smashing windows. Come on. I'm actually... to make a little cut here. Well, really look at that. We could break that window. We can't break the other one, but we can break that, which involves some first-person platforming, and you know what that means. I'm gonna save. And now you know why. Gotta love it. Let's do it again. Yeah, the controls are not nearly accurate enough to support this kind of thing. And hey, do you think this whole thing involves precision jumping? Because it totally does. How do I get down there? Let me think about that. Where can I go from there? The answer is absolutely nowhere. Because why wouldn't it be? No, now if I crouch down here, I get a key. So that means I might not actually have to jump down there. Who places a key out of his window? I don't know. Well, I guess someone who wants to keep it hidden. That makes sense, right? I guess it does. Key for what, you ask? Well, there's a door somewhere around here, and I'm pretty sure we have already seen it. It may very well be that one. Totally. Does this mean I can open other doors? No, it doesn't. So that means that in this one particular case, there are not actually multiple ways to go. I have a flashlight. Uh-huh. Well, as I said, shame that there are no subtitles, because some of the ambient dialogue is not really that easy to understand. But not really anything I can do about that. And if I remember correctly, enemies are going to attack me as soon as I go outside. Now I have two options. Either I go through the front door or through the back door. The option I'm going to take is saving now. However, the other option I'm going to take is there something in there? Well, will you look at that? Will you look at that? Just look at it. There's a bunch of not much of anything in here. A graffiti that I can't really read. The end is near. Well, look at that, I actually can read it, but I can't tell whose face is outlined down the left of it. So that kinda sucks. Now, do I want to go down there? I kinda assume that I do, because... Who do you think you are? No, dude, who do you think you are? That guy almost scared me. Pfft. Well, as I said, almost. So I'm going to run over there. In this basement room, right here. And then try my best to get out of here. Out into freedom. And saving. At least it saves very quickly. That's something I can appreciate. And I assume if I linger here for too long, more enemies will attack me. In fact, I'm fairly positive of that. So I might want to take back my telepathic powers and try to create a pathway to perhaps freedom. This shows you that you can stack crates. At least I think that's the point of showing it, but I can't move them. Well, maybe it doesn't then, but I can take that one, and that is great on a purely general level. It's kind of hard to tell which objects are physical objects and which are just kind of, well, you know, unmovable props. If I remember this game correctly, I want to get up there. But that means I need more items to stack. In case you're wondering, no, I don't think I can go anywhere else. And look at that, there's a Hello Kitty graffiti. Did you know that Hello Kitty is not actually a cat? I've read that somewhere quite recently. She's apparently in some strange alternate universe supposed to be a human girl, even though her name is Kitty, and I have no idea what kind of freaky parallel universe, creepy furry shit that is supposed to be, but it does very much scare me. You know what else very much scares me? That I can't get up there. Excuse me for a moment. Wait, I think I remember what to do now. It's not actually that hard, I reckon. Because I'm pretty sure what I need to do here is get up there. From here I want to jump up there, then balance on that little thingy there. Go past that Hello Kitty graffiti, that rhymes. And from here on I can enter that door. Great, isn't it? Also, there was a health item which you couldn't see it, but I picked it up. I totally did. And that leads me to the next area. Yep, here we are. I cut out most of the loading time, you should be grateful. Or, you know, maybe not. You don't have any duty to be grateful, it's just something that I would appreciate. No, it's not really. I mean, I do believe that cutting out loading times is the least that a Let's Player can do. It's like Let's Playing 101. Also, look at that, more first-person platforming, even though that part is still very forgiving. Yep, I think I can enter here. Now, what does it say here? Shrinks make you mad. Pills make you dead. Religions kills your soul. Bills will eat you whole. Schools make you dumb. Culture makes you numb. Lawyers free to scam. Justice for you none. Also, listen to that music. The sound design in this mod is so good. I mean, there are some weird decisions in there, but for the most part just fits the mood perfectly. And just look at that. Look at how perfectly it manages to establish a sense of dread, a sense of gloom. I just fell down there. It's not what I wanted to do, but I did anyway, so how about that? I mean, this is beautiful. I mean, you do see what I mean, right? Just how it paints that desolate kind of world. It's impressive. And that's not even nearly the best yet. Well, this is going to happen to me another few times, isn't it? God, this is not even hard, I just seem to slip on something. Well, see you in a minute. Well, look at me cross that thing. Yeah, like that. I'll say there, Patani Merdeka. No idea what that means. What is that? It would look like a weapon, but apparently it isn't. Apparently. It isn't. So, on I go, footloose and fancy-free. Do I have to do some platforming here, or can I just drop down there without much of a worry in the world? Well, either way, I'm going to make a save here. Note to myself, figure out the quick save button. That's probably something simple, and yes, I probably did have to platform here.
Emergency warning. High-level security breach alert. Observation deck D1. Visual download of subject Neo-Fury in progress. Subject carries no conventional weaponry. Last buyer's scan indicates low levels of DNA alteration. Displays of mild kinetic and pyrokinetic abilities have been documented. Approach with caution. Retrieval required.
Alright. So now we are obviously a hunted fugitive. Because reasons. Well, as I said, it's implied because we have psychic powers, or, well, telekinetic powers, is that how you say it? I do think it is. And that makes us hunted by the government or some other organizations, and well, things are happening. The story is not really the strength of this game. The strength of this game is, however, the atmosphere, and that is, as I said, it has points of unbelievable, just atmospheric. I don't even know how to call it exactly, but it's really impressive how it manages to convey that kind of dystopian world. And how it uses music to to emphasize it. Ah, fucking great. Where do I go now? Well, that's something to figure out next time. But for today I'm your German Snob, and this is Let's Play Cheese String. And I'll be seeing you next time, and until then, well, have a good time, enjoy yourself, and ciao.